So it's normally in an MVP year you have very clear first, second, third, fourth by this stage, and it's very obvious. To me, I think we've got three guys right now. Any of the three you can argue for, but I will give you a specific ranking and just put them at different spots. Number one for me is kind of a surprise. And oh, by the way, these are all going to be quarterbacks. I'm a quarterback. I don't know what word for it, but I'm only going to favour the quarterbacks. They have the most important job, the most difficult job. Even what Brock Purdy is doing is 10 times harder than what Tyreek Hill is doing. Anyway, Dak Prescott to me is number one. And it seems a bit mad and it seems like a surprise because he's kind of wandered over the last couple of years of his career. But since that ankle injury, he hasn't looked as athletic and as comfortable as he does this year. And now that he has that back, he's making incredible throws, incredible decisions. He's hitting tight windows consistently. We previously mentioned Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy's offense does not help the quarterback the way Kyle Shanahan's offense does. It's all about holding the ball, dropping deep in the pocket and throwing into tight windows downfield. So that's the argument against Dak, is that he's played against bad defenses. He's put up big numbers against bad defenses. They've beaten up on the likes of the Giants, and that's a fair argument. But the problem is when you're in that offense and in that scheme, there's no such thing as an easy day because he still has to make those throws into those tight windows. He still has to push the ball downfield. So even while they're blowing these teams out, it's not necessarily an easy day for him. So Dak's my number one presently. This weekend is going to be a huge, huge factor in deciding that. Secondly, I would put Purdy. I think Purdy has been consistently brilliant throughout all the season. I know they had that 3-game stretch where he got a lot of criticism, and I know he has a generally easier job than some of the other guys here, but he's executing it to an exceptionally high level. If we go back to an early play in the game against the Eagles, when the offense had gone 3-and-out and gone 3-and-out, they hit their third drive and it's 3rd and 3, and the play design is for Christian McCaffrey on the left side. He drops back in the pocket, looks to his left, and the Eagles are double teaming. The play is for McCaffrey on the left side. This is the play they didn't double team. So they actually showed a blitz and they dropped into zone. So what happens is McCaffrey has two people covering him. He looks back to his right. He's got a slant route. That's covered again. So the option now is Brandon Ayuk on the right side. But Brandon Ayuk actually falls over in his route early on. So Purdy sees this, avoids the pressure, comes all the way back around after going through his full progression, then goes back to the next progression, and it's a throw to George Kittle for 4 yards and a first down. Now, this goes down as a 4-yard throw. And this is the knock on Purdy all the time. It's, he just made a short throw. It's a simple check down. It's easy. It's like that's one of the most difficult plays in football because he had to figure everything out while his play design was falling apart. And that's the kind of thing he does consistently. Everything looks easy for him because he's often making it look easy for him. And the third is Lamar. Lamar, like talent level, no one is going to compare to him. Throws he's made this year. The games they've lost, they lost one game because his receivers dropped about 15 passes and like they just killed the offense when he had one of his best games of the year. They lost to the Browns when Lamar made a big mistake at the end. He had a fumble, but prior to that he had done 3.5 quarters of incredible football. And I can't remember the other team they lost to, but the other team they lost to, it was very much the same thing. They were winning the game for 3.5 quarters, even more than that, and they somehow lost at the end. So those three to me have been the superstars of the year. I'd say you could give a special mention to CJ Stroud. I don't think he deserves to be in that conversation, but the fact he's as close as he is as a rookie is simply an astonishing achievement.